Now the next one we're going to look at is this 13953 for $455 overpayment. And when we go in here to look at it, there is no invoice listed here. So it's telling us that it's not closed in the management system and it hasn't been sent over. Now this is a June job. Payment was in June 1st. So it's a pretty lengthy time for it not to have been sent over or notice that it wasn't sent over. So 13953, we go over to CCC. 13953, search, open it up, and the job is for $450, and it has been paid for. So that is strange in that regard. So if we look at the job itself, it has been closed because it only has a reopen button. So this is where we would go and look in the view to the accounting history or the accounting activity. And if we look at this, we've got the receipt sent over, the 450, that's why it's minus 450. But here's the invoice. And it shows that it was sent over on the 14th of June, and it was dated for June the 5th. There's the RO number. And what's important here is it's confirmed. Now what that means is that it was exported to QuickBooks, and QuickBooks acknowledged that it was in QuickBooks. If there was an error or a stopped or anything else there, we could assume that something happened during the export and it was never fixed, so therefore it never went into QuickBooks. But this confirmed actually means that it actually went into QuickBooks, and we can reasonably, it's probably 99.9% sure that it did reach QuickBooks, because otherwise the confirmed would not be there. The only way confirmed shows up is if there's a handshake from QuickBooks saying, yep, I got it. And in this case, it must have said that it had it and it was confirmed, but it's definitely not there. Now, if we go back to QuickBooks, the only thing that I have noticed that could possibly happen in these cases is if there was actually a repair order sent over with the incorrect or a different name or repair order number. And so what I normally do is go into the customer screen and I type in the RO number 13953 and look for a search and see if there's any other people with the same repair order number. And there isn't. There's only one. So my conclusion on something that takes place like this is it was in QuickBooks. Somehow, some way, someone deleted the invoice once it was in QuickBooks. There is no other explanation to it than that, because the confirmed indicates that QuickBooks did have it. So the way to fix this is since we're in this accounting, we go back up into this accounting activity. What we need to do is reset this transaction. So you can notice that I can just reset this transaction, and when I do, it's going to ask me if it's okay. Now what it's done is it's set it over into the export to accounting again, and it is there waiting for us to export it into QuickBooks. And so if we hit export to accounting, and we want to send over just the sale, there's the repair order. We can look at the tab, and there it is again, the 450. We hit next. It will send it into QuickBooks. It's successfully completed. And now when we go back over to QuickBooks and go back over to the Open Invoice Report, we'll have a typical scenario that we get when a management system sends over a payment or the invoice. As you can see, there's a payment for negative 450 and the invoice is at 400. What I typically do is if there's just one payment, I double click the payment and put the check mark. If it's got more than one payment, I usually open the invoice and do set credits because I can do them all at once. Either way, it doesn't make any difference. In this case, I'm going to check it off, hit save and close, and it's gone.